um what is it called, federation. So she was just like, maybe you should try NPC, but I knew nothing about it. I was like, tell me where to go. And then she was just like, oh, women's physique would probably be best for you. And I was just like, oh no, I don't want to be that big. Come to
Well,
imagine that I was already that big.
I've been following about it for a long time, and the women have evolved over the years. You go back to women like
Hmm.
Linda Murray that you have met, she was another level, and people like before her, like Corey Everson and Rich McLeish. It's like anything; it's the evolution of all athletes over time.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. We have here some comments here. Shout out to my guests. We have my man here, KL, the one who says, "Hi, you get the beans." Part of her name. Yeah, I got it. Okay. You know, we remember, aka Nina Beans. All right, but her name. We all know who she is. Also, you were out of the interview. He's a
I wouldn't
friend.
say all that.
He's a friend, but he can't be a hater because you know what? I'm good at what I'm doing. He's not. So Also, shout out to here to my man here, popping in. He says this. He says, "Hey George, nice to meet you, Nina. I heard so much about you. How are you?"
I'm doing very well, very well. Thank you for asking.
Where like it's like this, Nina. It's like the episode of you ever remember the episode of Dave Chappelle show when it had the part where about Prince and when Charlie Murphy met Prince. And there was this guy named Nicky Free. Now back then, Nicky Free was you seen group named Shalimar, and Nicky Free was a dude, but he was so pretty he thought was a woman. So to them, you're Nicky Free. You're like, hey, George got a new girl. She found some motherfucker. So they get excited when they come in. So, so yeah, and it's
Thank
switch
you.
on yeah, but switching on NPC, that's the one I would say one of the top organizations. NPC not FEB. There's other organizations
Hmm.
there's OCB, there's uh, NABA, the NABA. There's PCA. There's so many others, but NPC is that top level, especially when you get to
Yeah.
IFBB.
I was very nervous to compete at the NPC level.
Yeah, and what was it like your first show in the NPC?
I did Lee Haney Games in 2017.
And Lee Haney, that's a legend, eight-time Mr. Olympia. He's one of the top competitors back then. He's from around that Georgia area, you know.
Yes.
And what was the feedback from that time you competed, where you decided to go up to women's bodybuilding?
Um, well, back then I was literally just competing just to compete, but my feedback was conditioning. It's always been conditioning.
Hmm. That's the thing is, you want to work on the things that are more important, like conditioning. You want to, especially in women's physique, and you have to be more tighter, more compact
Hmm.
compared to women's bodybuilding, where you need more fullness and size, especially around the shoulders. That's what makes so much difference between two divisions. And you look
Yeah.
at now how divisions have evolved, where you have women in right now sitting physique as just a big women's bodybuilding.
Hmm. Yeah, how I ended up in women's bodybuilding was after I hadn't done many shows leading up to it. So I did the two in 2017, and then after that, I didn't compete again until 2019.
Mhm. So what was the big break for?
Um, I was in a job transition. I would always want to compete, but I would do preps and not finish them. So I just never stepped on stage. It was like a continuous off season, basically. Switching coaches, I had a lot going on, basically.
Mhm.
And then I started flying in 2019. Um, which is really backwards. It's just like, why did you wait to compete when you started flying? and, and so I started flying in 2019, and maybe like halfway through like my first year as a flight attendant, my coach was just like, "So are you ever going to compete again? What's up?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm thinking about it." And so I entered a prep as a first year flight attendant. So I feel like that's what makes me so successful now as a flight attendant with like food and everything is because I was already competing before it. So having to plan for my work trips and stuff came easy to me because I kind of knew what to do
Hmm. That's the thing.
and I was on prep.
Yeah, and being a flight attendant, that's a very. It's kind of like your time is kind of like unpredictable, because
Absolutely.
because sometimes you have to be called in for a flight. You got to be here and
Mm-hmm.
there. And with being a bodybuilding, consistency and discipline is very important. I know it's the hard
Mm-hmm.
part. You're on the flights, walking down here and there. So say, hey, this time we got a fight coming out, you have to head out. Oh shit, And then you,
Exactly.
you're
You
probably
might
prepping
be
for.
going to Nashville and somehow end up in Florida. So, it's very unpredictable.
Yeah. And what got you to flight attending?
My brother-in-law has worked for Delta for maybe 16, 17 years. And I was looking for a new job and he was just like, "Why don't you become a flight attendant?" And I thought he was joking. I was like, "Haha, you're funny." But I traveled so much before then. He was just like, "It makes sense. You travel a lot. You might as well be a flight attendant." And I was just like, "I'll apply." And so I applied and I just kept getting shocked every time I made it to a like different level of the interview process. I was just like, "Wow, they want me to do a face-to-face interview? Okay." And so when I got to the face-to-face interview, it's like a group thing. And so they pretty much hire you on the spot. And so I got hired and I was just like, "Wow, I'm a flight attendant." My parents love it.
Because you get to travel the world, on someone else's dime, and
Hmm.
and you see different people, different places. I'm I'm
Yes.
I'm planning on going to a show in a few months, and I decided to go by plane. I got to get myself my real ID because now you just got to have those now, you know.
Hmm.
And one thing is, I've never been on a plane in my life. I
Really?
No, never, never. I've been on a
Wow.
train, bus, car. Never been a plane. I feel like I don't know if you remember a show that used to come out years ago called The A Team with Mr. T. I feel like I'm going on a plane, fool. You better knock me out, fool. I don't I don't like no planes. But with me doing this content and wanting to really expand myself, it's transportation. I need to use it. We have here a
Yes.
comment. Shout out to my man Kale. He says this. He says, um, "You used to do downward dog or the sun saturation in your yoga."
Both.
Yeah, he's always there. Also, he says this. He says, "How do you see women's bodybuilding in years to come in appearing in shows?"
Meaning, as in, do I see the women having like more muscle?
Or just more opportunities? Because this
Oh,
year,
more opportunities. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, for I feel like I'm nervous about it because we don't have the support that we need to continue. So it's kind of hard to say. I like really hope that we continue. I hope that we can get enough people to come together so we can have more shows and have more like just show wings in general. Because I feel like there's not a lot of opportunities for women's bodybuilding. At the end of the day, um, I feel like they make it so hard for amateurs to become pro at a women's bodybuilding level as well. So that kind of like adds to it. I feel like you have these divisions that they offer pro cards to the top two in the class or the top two overall. And then it comes down to women's bodybuilding and we have like what lightweight, heavyweight, bantamweight. And they're like, okay, well, only one of you guys get it. Like
Mhm.
only one of you can have it.
Yeah.
Which one is it gonna be?
I know that I interviewed one of your opponents, Leah Jeffrey, who also got a
Mm-hmm.
pro card in nationals, and she didn't compete a long time. She did quite a few shows before she got a pro card.
Mm-hmm.
Nationals, where they only give out one pro card for each class, where all the others get two. But here's the thing about that, because there's not a lot of ladies who want to jump over to women's bodybuilding. I interviewed one lady last year who got a pro card. No, not last year, year before last, where it was only five women, and they
Mm-hmm.
just compiled to one division.
Mm-hmm.
And she was the one. She actually got a pro card and won the overall in women's physique too.
Mm-hmm.
We have here, shout out to my man here, Sean. He says this, Black Panther. He says, "Beautiful smile of Nina
Thank
Bean."
you.
Yeah, and to quote my other guys, "She is beautiful." I knew he was gonna come out eventually. He can't help himself. So,
You are a mess.
I know that. You find out now. Yeah. I was like I'm the middle kid, so we have to be either smart and entertaining because the oldest guy. Like, what's your family like?
They're fun. My older sister, I call her the family secretary. Um, yes, anytime you ever need anything, like my websites, my businesses, she puts all that together. So she is the brains of the family. That's who she is. And she's multi-talented. Very multi-talented. My family's African, so we're a little different. Um, I just have like a family of entrepreneurs. I also have a twin sister. A lot of people don't know I have a twin. Yes.
Yeah,
No,
so it
she
was
does not
David.
bodybuild it. No, she does not bodybuild, and no, she does not look like me.
Yeah, yeah. I heard that David say like she got it. There's another one like her at home. I mean, I
It would
think
be nice. I used to tell her, I said, you need to just work out so we can be the fit twins. No, she doesn't work out.
I think there is a set of bodybuilding twins now. I'm trying to remember who they are. I remember some
There's
guys
like
that did,
the wellness girls. There's like a set of was it? Or maybe
wellness
they're
of
not
two.
twins. They're never mind. They're just sisters.
Yeah, the
I don't
sisters.
know. Where are their twins?
Other person I think it was the Barbarian brothers, but they never competed. They were just really big guys. You know, one of them passed away a long time ago. But yeah, it's good to have support your family. You being from Africa, being from the motherland.
Yes.
You know, I know
Yes.
it's different. You know, like my friend here, KL, his family's from Africa. He lives here.
Hmm.
He also born in America. You just have a different mentality compared to us.
Yes.
We're the stolen, broken people. You're I would say you're African American. I'm just black. So, you know,
We were all supposed to be doctors.
yeah,
Basically, we were all supposed to be doctors, and my dad got zero out of us.
yeah.
Zero. But he did get some good professions, so he is satisfied.
Well, you should be
He is
happy.
satisfied.
You
Yeah, and then
should be happy.
I have a little brother. He's a car guy. He's a mechanic, or not a mechanic, but what's it called? Um,
He works on cars. He just collects.
both. But engineer. He's an engineer. That's what
All
I was
right,
trying to say.
all right.
Yes.
That's good. And what's that like for them? You know, when you come home to visit, you know, and you see Nina, what are you doing, Nina? You look so beautiful, and but you still kind of pop up. You know, I just, you know, we worry about you, my dear.
My parents are always shocked to see me because it's either I'm too small or I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened? I remember I would when I was on prep last year, my mom didn't see me for a while because she was in Ghana. And so when she came back, I think I was already really like deep into prep, 30 pounds down, and she was just like, are you okay? What's happening? Are you training for one of those things again?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my man here. Oh, he says this. Oh, yo, you can't read. I'm asking her, did she get the name Beans or a nickname? Well, you know, brother,
Oh.
I'm not wearing my Clark Kents because I don't want to look like a nerd. But yeah,
um the nickname Beans is weird. So in college they used to call me Nina Bina. And then somehow it just became Beans. I'm not really sure when it became Beans, but then it just turned into Nina Beans. And so I didn't actually start going by Beans until I had a friend call me drunk one day, and they were out and I was like at home, and they were like, "Where's my beans? I need my beans." And so everybody just started calling me Beans after that.
well, I had a sister. She was my mother's youngest daughter, but she was the oldest. She was the oldest. She was a baby girl, but she was my oldest sister, and her
Hmm.
name was Mary Elizabeth. But we were little. We didn't say Mary Elizabeth. We call her Malia because you know that's how it is. Sometimes you
You
take
couldn't
a
even pronounce
name,
it.
yeah, you finesse it a little bit. Here's from my man KL. He wants to also. He says, "My folks are from Liberia, a country in Africa." Duh.
Oh, yes, I know of Liberia. My mom was actually born in Liberia, but grew up in Ghana.
Ah, yeah. Also, he says this. He says, "Wear your glasses, please. It's reading the chats." No, I can read enough. If you know you can't write large enough. I don't care. See, I hear what love. I don't want to be like a nerd saying, "Hi, Nina. My name is George, and I
Well,
look
I'm
like."
usually in glasses. It just so happens I'm not wearing my glasses today.
I know. We're like you ever watch Scooby Doo? Says like Thelma says, "My glasses, my glasses." I'm not
Hmm.
that
Can't
bad
find
off.
my glasses. Or
Yeah.
Thelma.
Oh yeah,
Isn't his name
yeah.
Thelma?
You're Thelma. You're Thelma. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because Daphne was the one in the red hair that was always hanging out with Fred. I was wondering what were they doing
Mhm.
together. I mean, yeah, Scooby never mind, I'm not getting into that. But anyway, I saw like I said, you look very impressive. And I remember a while back you competed at Arnold Classic. Arnold Classic just wrapped up this weekend. As you know, I'm not a big
Yes.
fan of Arnold. Has he pushed out certain divisions out of his show? And
Yeah.
and this year, I don't think we have any new crops of ladies coming out of that show because the problem was not enough competitors. Some people say it's too early, but the thing is, some ladies just didn't need nationals. I saw one girl. Her
That's what
name
I
was
was told.
yeah, one girl. She did nationals last year, but she did a show. She was a national competitor named Natalie Hayes, and she was very impressive. But the problem is it's about the numbers.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I remember you and Jerissa Upton. Jerissa was there. I think it was
Yes.
another lady and Officer Cerise Williamson were there, and you I think what did you place in that show? I can't
I
remember.
won the overall and got no pro card.
And then you put the application.
I did, and they said no.
Yeah, forget Arnold. That's what I'm just gonna say.
Exactly. Yes.
Well,
I almost did not compete after that. My
yeah.
coach, it wasn't like my coach was just in the end of 2025. She was just like, "So are you gonna step on stage again?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'm having too much fun. Maybe not. Who knows?"
Yeah.
And
Well,
then she was just like, "I think you should." And that's how we started prep for or sorry, end of 2024. That's how we started prep in 2025. Cause I also did get hurt in 2024 at work. I
ooh,
had a little flight attendant injury, yeah, and I had to get surgery on my wrist, but I had to get surgery because of negligence to my that's a whole nother story. But so I was in a cast for a while, a casket and a what is it called? Like a splint for almost 6 months. Almost 6 months. I could not train upper body.
ooh, yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. So after that, I was just like, you know what? Maybe this is a sign. I don't need to compete anymore.
Yeah, maybe it's just time for you to take a little break because between your traveling and your job and training, it was just time to take a break. And you mentioned your coach. Who's your coach right now?
Rachel Stucker. She's amazing.
Well, I had the pleasure of meeting Nina's coach, Rachel, while I went
That's
to Atlanta.
her.
As her, also with Christine Ware, that's one of her clients too.
Mm-hmm. Love
Rachel,
Christine too.
yeah, Rachel competes in figure. It's been a while since she last competing. I know when I was visiting my niece up in Atlanta because she stays there, her and my great nephew, and I went to hang out with Christine. Says I'm working out. I said you gonna hang out with me? I say okay. It was leg day for her.
Mm,
I'm telling you now, I got two bad knees like Stone Cold Steve Austin. By hell my
mm.
own, because I'm a man.
That's
Even
good.
though I was crying and crawling up the stairs in my niece's house. But
Oh, I believe it.
yeah, I tell you, y'all ladies, y'all train hard. And I guess what I gotta respect y'all with your work, your ethic, and your discipline.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We do what we can. We do what we can.
And I know with that, that's the tough part that people don't understand that it's not this easy as a lot of people look at it from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more to it. The
Mm-hmm.
consistency, the diet, the patience,
Mm-hmm.
the being persistent. Most people don't have that mindset and the discipline that need to be a bodybuilder.
At all. That we're that 1%.
Yeah. So while we're talking with Nina, we're gonna do this. We're gonna jump into her social media for a little bit. If you want to follow her, her links in the description of the live. Guys, I know you like her. You all excited. I got 100 questions. I can't get you all, but guys, when you reach out to her, be respectful. I don't want no
Please.
problem. I don't want
Because you
no
will get blocked.
trouble. No trouble. She should kind of talk to me. But I mean, I know you guys because I'm one of you guys. I'm a personal thing. I get it. You ladies just cite me, but I have to learn to be more, calm and face. So we'll jump into your social media. You want to follow me? The links in the description of the live. Be respectful, fellas.
Hey,
So
that's
here we,
me.
yes, that's you. And this was from the North Americans, and you look very impressive because
Thank you.
yeah, because you did a show earlier. You did the Atlanta Pro, where it was the classic.
Yes, I did the Atlanta Pro.
Yeah, and you look really good at that show too. And then, why did you choose North Americans?
It was pretty much the because I was tired of being on prep, and I said I will not make it to to what is it called? At the end of the year,
Nationals.
nationals. So North Americans was it.
Well, because there was a show before then in Chicago, the Miss International, but I think he wasn't ready yet for it.
Yes, yes. I wanted to do Chicago Pro Miss International, but my coach was just like, "No, we need some more time." And so I took some more time and I was just like, "Okay, well, let's do Atlanta at home." So we I waited till Atlanta. We came in tighter, and that was that. And then North Americans was actually a little less than a week. No, no, a little less than 2 weeks after Atlanta. So it just worked out perfectly.
Yeah, it makes no sense here. Here she is, a picture from North America, and look very impressive. I mean, great definition, the quads, great width. What did you like? Did you get feedback from the judges? What do they tell you you need to really
Yes.
improve on?
Tighter legs.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah,
So
that's it.
better conditioning my legs. It gets better every year. So this year,
Here she is. Who was these people you were hanging out with?
oh, this is my protein family.
Oh, and you also
When
do
you're not
protan.
catching me in this, guys, you can catch me at a show. I'm mostly at the Florida shows. Sometimes I'll do like Texas. But yeah, I'll tan people.
Yeah. Here's a picture. Yeah, guys, again, she is beautiful.
Thank
I would say
you.
this, ma'am. You don't have to tell me thank you. It's a pleasure and it's an honor to let her know, a lady, that she's beautiful. You know, and I think this is the thing about bodybuilding. There's a lot of people that understand it, and especially when you look at women like yourself, and they
Hmm.
make comments. They're gonna have two sides. You have the one side where, wow, Venus beautiful, like guys right now who are sighted, and you have the flip side where, yeah, she got all these muscles. Why is she trying to be like a man? Again, fellas, where do you see a man at? I don't see it.
I don't see it either, but to each his own.
Yeah, the thing is, if you don't like something, don't like it. She's just as beautiful as that flower,
My
and
mommy used to
also
say, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
your mama must have, we might be related because your mama might learn from my mama. We got lost family. But like I said, that's the thing is you have to understand that you do this because you love what you do. Because
Hmm.
this is sport is not as financially lucrative. You look at other sports.
Hmm.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. So now, what's the plan now? Since you're now IFE Pro.
The plan is to have the best rookie season ever. Um, I've been focusing a lot on my hamstrings, chest, um, and then conditioning wise, I was given a weight cap from my coach. She was just like, "We're not going to be a 200-pound girl this year, okay?" And I was like, "Okay, no 200-pound girl." So I kept my weight down this off season. It was hard, but it had to be done. It had to be
Yeah.
done. So we're going into this show a lot better than I have gone into any other show. So
And what is the show that you are thinking about making your debut in? If you want to share with us, if you like.
I would love to. I would love to make my pro debut at Atlanta Pro Super Show. That's the plan because I would love for my family to see me. Also, that's the show that I got qualified for North Americans at, and Linda Murray just gave me so much praise that I was like, I have to come back and see her. I have to go see her. So, Linda Murray, I'm coming to do your show.
Well, Linda Murray is a legend. Last month was just she celebrated her 63rd birthday. Can you believe it? I mean,
I
wow.
know, 63 where?
I mean, actually, this is a true story about myself. I went to my first fighting show was that was Savannah Pro. That was a Linda Murray show.
Hmm.
That was back in 2022.
Yeah, I
And
remember Savannah.
I actually saw her. She was like, I was up in a little bit waist to the front. She turned around and gave me a nice smile. And, I think, and that was just, I mean, I was a big Linda Murray fan back in the day, but I respect what she's doing. Like shows like Atlanta and also her, what she does in social media and also calling out the hypocrisies what's happening with women's bodybuilding, especially as you know,
Hmm.
the Arnold just wrapped up. Andrew Jack gets like nearly almost a quarter of $1 million.
Oh my
On,
gosh, yes.
I mean, and you know, I know it would never be equal for men and women in the sport of bodybuilding, but let's make it a little more fair. Like,
Yeah.
what you think about
Yeah,
that?
we understand that. I understand that. It's never I'm not gonna make $500,000 at the Arnold one day. That's not gonna happen. But I mean, it would be nice for it to not even just close, like, but fair, like you said, fair.
Yeah, like I always say, like a show like the Olympia, like someone like Andrea, who I'm a fan of, I think $100,000 would be enough. She
Nice.
really make it. Yeah,
Yes.
that'd be nice. I mean, and just recognition because everybody's paying attention to the certain division. Like there's a new one
Mm-hmm.
out that's coming out. It's already started now this year. And that is, excuse me, Fit
Fit
Model.
model. Bless you.
No, I'm not sneezing. I'm going ha.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah.
It disgusts me. I have nothing against because I interviewed a couple ladies at Fit Model. One turned pro a while back. She's a great lady. Her name is
They
Amy.
definitely have more shows than women's bodybuilding. I can tell you that.
It
I
just
have nothing
started.
against fit models though. Do your
Yeah,
thing. Do your thing.
yeah, these things. But I feel like when you bring them in division, you end up it's going to evolve like how women's physique came in, like it's supposed to be replacement for women's bodybuilding, but then it evolved to what it's now. I'm seeing girls right
Hmm.
now in women's body. One lady I met a while back, she's now sitting 200 pounds, and she's going to compete in women's physique, where she could do women's bodybuilding. But the thing is also about how your body built, how you want to grow, and sometimes not everybody's
Yes.
meant for it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Here we got a
Yeah.
comment here from my man here. He says it says Alex says Nina does have a great smile. I'm
Thank
planning to
you.
draw her later this year before the Linda Murray show. That's my man
Oh,
Alex.
nice.
Alex is a great kid. I
Alex
met him.
tagged me.
Yeah, Alex is a great kid. I met him in Tampa. He was hanging out there with us at the Bad Rap booth. And Bad Rap, as you know, is the sponsor for the upcoming Triple O Dynasty. The Bad Rap moniker is big and defined, ripped and pumped. We like the rip part. But also, I want to always give a shout out to my dear friend Eunice Martinez Kitchens because a while back, I bring this out because to quote my other guy, if you ever get something, never do it for free. And this is what I
Mhm.
call my payment. A while back, it was like a couple years ago after my birthday, my friend Eunice got me this issue of muscle development. And
Nice. I have that one too.
what makes it so proud for me, because you may not have this part here, is that she signed it.
I got one of those too.
Ooh, wow! You
Yep.
get
She
what's it?
signed my front and the inside.
Oh God, you make me feel little like I'm like a little man now.
I'm
I'm a little.
sorry.
Nah, don't be sorry.
I'm
Don't be
sorry.
sorry.
I'm
Don't be
sorry.
sorry. Don't apologize. You
I'm
should be
sorry.
proud of
That was
that.
as soon as I got it, I sent her a picture. I said, "Excuse me, ma'am, I'm gonna need a signature. Let me know when you're gonna be in Georgia."
I think Andrea is a beautiful woman. Like I said,
She is a beautiful soul.
she's an amazing lady. I mean, she came to the game where I think we in bodybuilding needed. She's doing good work. Her,
Oh,
Sydney, Triple O.
absolutely.
Is there anybody else in the sport that you really admire as a competitor, as an athlete?
Yes. Sharonica Hinton, um, my coach. I love her. Who else?
Wow.
Who else? You said what?
Oh, I said, wow.
Yes, yes. Who else do I love? Oh, Ashley Jones. She is so inspirational. She just
Well,
talks so much like life into you. Like her spirit is very uplifting.
well, ma'am, I had a pleasure meeting your dear friend Sharonica Hinton when I was in Tampa. She's
Yes, I love
amazing.
Sharonica.
I think she fits the criteria of women's physique. And
Oh, absolutely.
also I met Ashley too. She was there. And, that's me. I look like a big bear attacking a little baby. But I think she's amazing. I think she has a great look to her. Congratulations. She even gave
She
me a shout out
is.
on my IG where shout out to my man Alex. He was there at the Olympia and she
Mhm.
gave me a shout out saying, well, I would love to meet her again. I love most definitely love to meet Andrea because she's my girlfriend, you know.
Yes, she's the
But
reason why I switched. Once
yeah,
she won her first title, I was just like, "That's it. That's what I want to look like."
yeah. I got a big problem. I know you interviewed David. David's my brother. I love him. We talked, we met. But a while back, David did this. He was at the Triple O a couple of years ago, and he had his hand on my girl. Then you was at the Arnold, had to hand my gun again. Please, you my brother. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't control myself because I get jealous when some men around here, and but that's just me. I'm just a Pacific criminal. But yeah, I think she really inspired a lot of women to get because she has a great
Hmm.
look to her, great muscularity, great
Oh,
femininity, and that's
absolutely.
very important because right now is again women's bodybuilding is kind of on the fence with getting cut out of Chicago, almost Tampa, and also
Oh my
New York,
gosh.
and it's just
All of the
and
big ones.
yeah, and as I know you saw a while back, Anastasia Ryder, she's started to go for me. I saw
Love her
Anastasia.
too.
Yeah, she's been a
Hmm.
guest a couple times on my channel, and also with Kelly Larkins, who also just turned pro last year. She just picked up a couple ladies to do for her behind the physique. And that is Montana Foyer, also Anastasia, and also Olivia Barros. You know, meeting women like yourself, it's just an opportunity for me, and it also inspires me to keep going doing my work as a creator.
Yes. Well, we appreciate you always supporting us.
Well, I'm glad to, ma'am. Here
Somebody's
we
got to do it.
Yeah, it's me. Okay, this is my man KL says, don't say do your thing and you're making noises in the side with the fit model. What someone did it when we invited me, you would start crying. Yeah, but that's me. I do what this is like this. I'm like this. I have to put my frequency. This is my shit. I built this me. Please
Uh,
quit my quick. Only another man tell me what I need to do. He's my brother. I love him. I love him, but I gotta sometimes I gotta go. But
he trying to
yeah,
keep you on your toes.
yeah, he's a great guy. He's more a fan of women of muscle, not as much as a sport. And but he does good content. I always want to support him and guys like David, guys like the Female Environment Channel. We like to give y'all ladies the opportunity to share your voice. To let people know that you're not just these women with big muscles. You have a job, you have a career. You're not the first flight attendant I interviewed. Wait, folks. Give folks. She just went out. Give her a second. It might be she need to tap her phone. Ooh, wait a minute. Hello?
You hear me? Oh,
Yeah, there you
okay.
go. Yeah, just have there's technical difficulties. I love doing lives, but but you're not the first flight attendant. I interviewed Lisa Hutchins. She also is a flight attendant. She's a finger competitor, and I don't know what airplane.
A flight attendant?
Yeah, her name is Lisa Hutchinson.
Lisa Hutchinson. I don't know if I know her.
Where she's a IFBB figure pro.
I need to
Yeah,
meet her.
I'll send you a link and you can check it out. We did an interview a while back,
Please.
and I think some others that works in your
Really?
yeah, I think there's a couple others, but you're not the first. And also you're not the first Guyanese to compete in bodybuilding.
Ghanaian.
Ghanaian, okay. Thank you for correcting me, ma'am.
Guyanese is in the Caribbean or Guyana.
Oh, okay. Thank you, correct man. Me, I'm a southern boy. We just say the words that we think we
It's
got right
okay.
there.
Literally everybody does it. They're like, "Oh, I didn't know you're from Guyana." I was like, "Oh, I'm not.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
different."
Yeah, he's like but yeah, I also Michelle Massa, who also she's from your part of the world. I'm not sure if it's the same but she is
Michelle.
yeah. They call her Shelly, but she just won the Arnold.
Oh yeah, the fitness girl. She's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah
She's
she's also
amazing.
yeah. I mean, she's great. She's a mom. She's dedicated. She's the first black woman to win that title at the Olympia, and
Yeah.
also to win it at the Arnold. That's
Mhm.
historical. Like,
That's amazing.
yeah, you got a comment from my man KL. He says, "I appreciate you. I love you too, brother."
Aw,
Yeah,
bromance.
yeah. Anyway, what's that like for you day to day? Especially in training and just in life, because I know you have a little book you put out a while back.
Fit for flight. Go get your copy on my website.
All
The
right.
link is on my in my bio. But it's I wouldn't say I always tell people that I'm probably the best when I'm at work. And I say that because I when I go to work, I take everything with me. I take every meal with me for each day, no matter how many days I'm going to be gone. I make sure I have all of my meals with me. I make sure I have a little extra just in case Delta plan. Um, And I just plan my gym schedule around my work schedule. So if I am working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm going to make sure that I train my larger muscle groups earlier in the week. And then once I get to like a layover or something, normally, because my coach she hates when I do not rest on work days. Because she's like, you already stress your body out so much. You need to sit down somewhere. So normally when I'm like laying over on days I'm flying, I'm normally only doing cardio, or I might train something upper body.
Hmm.
Also, in the case that I do end up flying, I have like an insurance type of gym membership to where I can just put in a zip code and it tells me all the gyms in the area that take my insurance. So I just pop in, give them my member ID, and they're like, all right, go work out. So it's not as hard as everybody thinks it is. The hardest part is the irregular schedule. The hardest part like when you're supposed to be at home at 3 p.m. All of a sudden, it's a regular operations. Plane breaks down, and you don't get home until midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, and then it's like your entire day is just gone. The hardest part is sleep. Sleep. Sleep is good for recovery. I don't recover well because I don't sleep well. So that's also been another focus for this prep as well. Trying to put myself on somewhat of a schedule to where I can be my best.
Hmm. Yeah, because that's all part. That's like sleep, rest, recovery. That's all important to being a
Mm-hmm.
bodybuilder because you don't have a regular schedule. It can
Mm-hmm.
really mess with your functions and stuff like that.
Yes. So this year I told myself I was going to be more consistent with schedules, meaning that I'm gonna have to say I'm only flying Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or on these days and stick to it. Like I'm gonna have to say, oh, your layover can't be less than 15 hours because you need some type of rest. So those with my seniority, I'm still like not senior at all within the company, because the average seniority number in Atlanta is like 30 years for flight attendants. Um but I do have leeway enough to where I can create my own schedule and make it something that works for me. So I'll end up doing that. My problem previous years is I like to do overnights. Those are my favorite flights, but those allow the least amount of sleep. And it's just like the flight, it's like last leg to whatever city, first leg out, first flight out. So I'll be going to Florida at like 10 p.m., sleep for like 5 hours, and then turn around and go back home. And then I have my entire day. Um, so those are my favorite flights, but they just, when it comes to like me getting sleep, they just don't work.
Hmm.
They
What
don't
advice?
work.
What advice you give me, especially somebody like myself who's planning on going to a plane on the first time? What do I need to know? What advice could you give me? What's your experience as a flight attendant?
Most people that fly for the first time are nervous, and they're nervous. They have not like a fear of flying, but they're nervous about turbulence. Turbulence is not going to crash your plane. Before I was a flight attendant, I was afraid of flying. Not afraid of, well, okay, let me take that back. I was a nervous flyer. I loved to fly, but I would get on the plane. I'd make sure I fall asleep before the plane took off, and I made sure I was sleeping when it landed, because those are the parts of the flight that scared me the most. But like when you start working and you've been on so many planes, and I've been in some of the worst turbulence in my life, and you learn like it's pretty much the conditions of outside normally, like the wind, then you become more like accustomed to it. It's very calming to me. I get rocked to sleep like a baby. But just be calm. Listen to your flight attendants and be nice to your flight attendants. Ask and you
Yes.
shall receive. Closed mouths don't get fed.
So another one my mama used to say, yeah, yeah, you've been around South long enough. You know some things. Yeah, I would think what we think was one of the weirdest things that ever happened. If you could share with us on a flight that you can remember.
Ooh, weird, huh? Have I had anything really weird? I don't know if I've had anything really weird like that. Nobody typically messes with me
Well,
on the
see
plane. I
you,
get a lot of stares.
yeah,
One lady asked me if she could touch my chest. That was weird. She was like, I just wanted to that- she was like, I just wanted to see if there was if it was muscle too. And I was just like, oh gosh, ma'am, keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself.
there's a lot of guys who probably want to do that too, but we know
Yes.
shout out to my man here, Josh from Empire Nation says, "What's good, George and Nina?" In,
Hi.
in Empire Nation, thank you, brother. Also, shout out to here we have here my man KL. He says this. He says, "Yeah, I remember seeing you in a women's platform with other female bodybuilders in interview. What's the experiences like talking with people learning about bodybuilding?"
Um, I don't know. I'm not a shy person, but when it comes to like talking on camera and stuff, I am very shy. Um, it's just not something that I do all the time. I'm trying to remember what interview did I do. Hmm. I'm not sure. But I'm trying to become more familiar with it. Other than that, everybody just
Mhm.
keeps telling me I'm gonna have to talk more.
That's the thing is, I reach out to so many ladies, and y'all, I have this. They say that I'm introvert. Here's the thing: you walk on the stage nearly butt naked. So you're scared to talk to me on a screen. It's not like we're sitting in a room together. It's not like we're waiting up in the morning and we're holding hands and taking warm showers together. It's a one-on-one. But the thing is,
I know, but I like to feel prepared, and I feel like
that's
I don't feel prepared.
that's the problem. Like my other guy, I don't ever have a plan. I'm just a dog chasing cars. You never know where to get one when I get one. So that's the thing is life is no really particular plan about life. You should take it one day at a time. Also, you can have your plans, but also be prepared when things go awry or change up.
Yes.
Especially as bodybuilding, as I said again, it's not very lucrative. The cost for y'all
Hmm.
ladies between the travel, the expenses, as an amateur, you have to pay your fees. You work the TANs. You know how it is with these ladies back there behind the scenes. And then you look at the other side, the men. All you gotta do is wear a pair of banana hammers and boy shorts.
Hmm. This is very true.
Yeah.
This
And
is very true.
right now, your posing suit's like a mortgage or a car note or a rent. The hair and makeup because you
Oh my
have to.
gosh. Show
And,
day
and then and
expenses.
then yeah, show day expenses because guys have their expenses, but show day is a big expense for y'all women.
Only to not have a return on your investment.
Yeah, because as an amateur, you're not gonna make no big money out of it. Hey, get your qualification
Mm-mm. We
for it.
come out of the pocket.
Who says?
Pocket.
Yeah.
Masters too. Masters too. Because I know once I said that, all the masters people were just like, we pay more than y'all. They really do pay to do shows still. So
Yeah.
masters too.
Because I think because the Masters not as popular, but it's growing because next year's gonna be the Masters Olympia. I
Mm-hmm.
hope they have us in the states because I know a few ladies when they came back after it was, and then that promoter didn't even pay the winners.
Yeah, I
Um,
heard about that. I was like, what happened? What's up with that one?
I don't make no sense, but I remember a man who I'm a fan of. He has been fighting for women in sport of bodybuilding. I got to always shout him out when I think about it. My man Jake Wood, yo Jake,
Jake.
yo Jake.
I met him at Atlanta too.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
was the highlight of my year. I met Jake, I met Alina, and then I met Linda.
I met Alina when I was at Savannah. She was there. I say hello to because one of my friends was one of her clients, Tina,
Mm-hmm.
and I took a picture with her. I mean, it was just she was when she's competing, she was just amazing. Just beautiful look. To me, she could have got that Olympia back in 2014, but against
Mm-hmm.
Iris, no offense to Iris, she was amazing too. But it's with anything, it's always about politics and
Yes.
attention and money and promotion. um, would you ever think about doing more promotion as a bodybuilder for yourself,
You said a promotion for myself?
promoting yourself more.
Oh, yes. I always want to. I always say that I am, and then I'm like, maybe I'm gonna stay quiet. I'm I'm gonna do better this year.
That's most definitely right now they got their
I'm gonna do
little.
better. Y'all will hear from me more this year. How about that?
That's the thing. We need more VLAs to be out there because that thing is you can't just go into your little holes and say like I'm done for the season. I don't want to do anything. We want you to be active. We want to see you. These guys here, they're fans. I mean, even like myself, we're much pair of smalls, ladies. We love you, ladies. When you there's an old school saying, "We ladies rock hard. We rock hard." But we respect you also as competitors,
Hmm.
and respect your understanding what it is to be an athlete in the sport. Shout out to my man Alex. He has this to say. He says I have to get going. She
Bye,
later kid.
Alex.
Also, he says this. He says I have to get ready. Take care, George, and best of luck, Nina. Hope